Metro Police, SAPS, Traffic and Correctional Services are now enjoying even better benefits because SAPU is championing workers' independency, prosperity and professionalism through free workplace representation, free advice and legal assistance of up to 100,000 Rand per case, including a free social responsibility payout benefit to your family. Join SAPU. Call 086 137 8887 or SMS SAPU to 43366. T's and C's apply.
Well, today we've got Dipuo here with us, who is a member of SAPU. Dipuo, thank you so much for joining us today. We know that you have a busy schedule and we'd like for you to tell us a little bit about your story, your journey throughout SAPS and obviously joining SAPU. Dipuo, don't you just want to tell the members just a little bit more about yourself? When did you join SAPS?
I joined the SAPS in 2004. And I've got 14 years of service.
Perfect. And when did you join SAPU, Dipuo?
I've started with the SAPU while I was still at college in 2004. The
so we
same
know
year.
that you do have a couple of different options and different unions to join. Why did you decide to choose SAPU?
I've decided to choose SAPU because it has a lot of benefits and it helps other people and it helps a lot of people.
Please tell us a little bit about the story that you would like to share with the members and potential new members coming into the college and why they should join SAPU.
Yeah, my story happens in 2015 while I'm stationed at Krugersdorp SAPS in the West Rand. So my story started in 2015 while we were on duty. We received a call from our operational commander asking us, telling us that there is two suspicious motor vehicles that are driving around Lepersvlei in Krugersdorp. So because I was working that site and in that sector with my crew, we went that site. On our arrival, we met this other guy who's the owner of the bottle store on the area. So he came to us and then he gave us the two registration numbers of those two suspicious motor vehicles. And then we patrol around the area. While we were busy patrolling, we saw those two motor vehicles. It was two Toyota Tez. They were parked next to the supermarket. And then we parked opposite those two vehicles, but there was nobody inside. The vehicles were empty. While we were parked that side, three guys came approaching the vehicles. And then when they came approaching the vehicle, two went into the first vehicle, and then my partner went to go to approach them and so that he can go and search them. So while he went to them, I have to stand to give him backup if anything happened. So I had my R5 with me on my hand, so I cocked the R5 and then waited for him. On his arrival there, on that first vehicle there were two guys, and then but the other guy, while he started searching the driver, this other guy went back, the third one. So he searched the driver and the vehicle, there was nothing inside. And then he told him that, no, you must leave this side because they said they don't want you guys here. And then he approached the second vehicle. When he approached the second vehicle, there was one guy inside that second vehicle. He searched this other guy. And then I was standing, checking what is happening. So I saw this fourth one. The fourth one was coming from the same direction, but he peeped first and then he go back. From there, after he went straight across the hardware. There was a hardware there. So we were parked this side. Then I called my partner with a sign language to come to me. Then he came to me because those guys were suspicious. I was scared maybe they can do anything and we were only two. So he came to me. When he came to me, I told him that, no, man, there is this other guy, he peeped first and then he went back, but he crossed over to the hardware. Let's go and check them. Those other guys, they drove off. Then we drove just plus minus 10 meters to the hardware. On our arrival there, I was the first one to climb out of the vehicle, and then I was just in front of the door of the hardware. This guy we faced each other. So I asked him, put your hands up. Then he took out the firearm from his stomach. He started shooting at me. Started shooting. I shot back with the R5. I shot back. Then I ran to take cover. While I was standing there taking cover, my hand radio was on my side pocket. I contacted backup. Luckily, this other vehicle was not far, and then they heard the R5. When they came that side, that guy went out of the shop. Then he walked on the other street. Then they came and then they followed him on that street, but because the radio were busy, they didn't know the guy. So we followed them. When we approached them, already that guy took out the firearm and started shooting at them inside the vehicle. They didn't do anything. They were just lying inside the vehicle. So when we approached him, he started running, but he was not even running fast. He ran and turn and shoot. He ran and turn and shoot, and then we were shooting up until he went to this other street. When we shoot at him, he fell down, and then he was shot at. Then from there after, we call all the role players procedurally. We call all the role players, the duty officers, everybody to the scene. Then maybe after 2 days, we hear that no, they are going to open a case. No, before, this other guy who was driving with the deceased was arrested immediately, because we called for backup, and then we explained to them that there is this other guy who was with this one, and then it might be he's somewhere in the hostel in Kagiso. They went to that hostel, they arrested the guy. Then from there after, the guy the following day or the same day, he was released. They said we don't know how was he released. And then from there after, no, we heard that no, they're going to open a case of murder against you because that guy was not supposed to be killed. We don't know. Okay, fine, we waited for the case. The case was opened. Then the incident happened on the 19th of October, but we were arrested on the 2nd of November. That's when we were arrested. And then from there after, we were just sitting in the cells in our station. We didn't receive any counseling. We didn't receive anything from day one, because we were treated like suspects from day one. So from there after, we seated in the cells trying to find, maybe we can find the lawyers so that they can come and represent us the following day. We were arrested and detained for murder, all 4 of us. Then from there, the following day, we went to Krugersdorp Court. While we were sitting there in Krugersdorp Court, one of our union representatives came and approached us while we were waiting in the holding cells to go and appear in court. He came to us and tell us, no, we've arranged the lawyers for you, the advocates. They were not even lawyers, they were advocates for you to come and help you guys to come out of jail. Okay, no, we were so happy because we were stranded. We didn't know where we're going to end up with the lawyers that we have to pay from our pockets. But SAPU was there for us. Then they came and then they've arranged everything. They fought, and then I was released with, they added the charge of defeating the ends of justice. So then they withdrew me from murder, and then they charged me with defeating the ends of justice, but including these other 3. So from there after, I was released with 5,000 bail on the same day. But these other 3, they didn't want to release them. They went to, from Krugersdorp, they were detained at Roodepoort again for bail application. So I was so stranded. Each and every day, SAPU was there for us. Each and every day, if we want something, they were like our parents that time, because we saw that SAPS has failed us. They were our parents. We phone Nzime at any time we want to phone him. I was so stranded and scared again, because I'm staying there, these other 3 are inside, maybe they are safe. What if those guys can come and do something to me, because maybe they've got this mentality that we've killed their brothers. So from there, they didn't want to give them bail, but SAPU was there. They were fighting each and every time, because those people who were applying for bail for us were advocates, they were not lawyers. So then they fought up until they went from Krugersdorp, they went to Roodepoort cells. From Roodepoort cells, they were denied bail again, but we didn't know the reason why they were denied bail. They were denied bail again from Roodepoort cells, and then they were detained in Kagiso. Kagiso, again, they were denied bail. They were detained. Remember, the bail application is 7 days. So they went again, they would detain them in prison. When we go there, it was trauma again, because when we talk to them, you have to talk to them through the window. So from there, after the attorneys, we were communicating, and they were so friendly, and we relied on them, because each and every time I didn't sleep. I have to wake up 2 o'clock each and every day. I rather sit outside or sit on the watching TV, drinking tea up until the following day, and then they suspended us. But the suspension, my suspension letter, they didn't give it to me by hand. While I was playing with my small one, because my little one was 1 year, 4 months when I was arrested. So while I was playing with her outside, I just opened the letterbox. I find my suspension letter there. So then again, I have to phone the union. I'm seeing this and this and this and this and this and this. Then our union rep will come running. No, if it's like this, then we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, because we were so scared. If it was possible, maybe SAPU had a house somewhere so that we can go, and when we sit, we can go and sit with them, because we saw that they were giving us support. They were giving us support. So we explained everything, and then from there, after, we were suspended without pay. We were suspended without pay. They were there for us. From there, after suspension without pay, we thought that after 3 months, we will go back to work. Then after 3 months, I don't know, it was for the first time I heard that extension of suspension for another month. So I was so disappointed with SAPS, because that guy was a criminal. When they explained his profile at court, that guy was arrested for possession of unlicensed firearm and ammunition. He served 3 years in prison. And then he was arrested again in East Rand for shooting at the police officers. And he was wanted for the same year. He robbed the Ackermans in Krugersdorp. They came with a taxi with those other 3. But remember, this other one was released.
Well, Dipuo, thank you so much for sharing that story with us. And you know, as listening to your story, we know that SAPU has been with you throughout this journey. Is there anything that you'd like to say to the members of SAPU and to new members that would like to join SAPU?
What I would like to say is that all the new members and all the members, because most of them, they resigned from these other unions, they came and joined SAPU with our case because they saw it happening with their own eyes. I can say they must leave these other unions and join SAPU, because SAPU is always there for you. Even if it was not the first case that I was involved with at work, I had this other case, and then they also, again, after this one, they also came running. SAPU will give you support, so they must rely on SAPU, because now, if even the membership is 100 Rand, but we cannot even feel that 100 Rand, because it includes the lawyers when you are in trouble. Remember our case, I think SAPU spent something like millions of rands. So we don't know how much they spend, but they spend a lot. So what I can advise other members, because we know of other cases that police officers were left at the end of the day when the bill is going up. then you were left, they will leave you stranded without taking you over, because for us, SAPU, they told us, we are through thick and thin, we are going to take you up until this whole thing finished. And it took us, plus minus, it was from 2015. This case was finished this year in March. And they were still there. When we experience stress or whatever, we just take a phone call and call them, and then they will be there.
Perfect. Dipuo, thank you so much for your time today.
Metro Police, SAPS, Traffic and Correctional Services are now enjoying even better benefits because SAPU is championing workers' independency, prosperity and professionalism through free workplace representation, free advice and legal assistance of up to 100,000 Rand per case, including a free social responsibility payout benefit to your family. Join SAPU, call 086 137 8887 or SMS SAPU to 43366. T's and C's apply.